Vagina, I guess.
If you're wondering about sex, mate, then we'll speak to Chuck Tingle.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Chuck Tingle knows about sex, according to his press release. Chuck, are you there?
Hello, my name is Ian. I am here on your big time show.
How are we getting on today? Did you hear what we were talking about then, about the sexy stuff?
I heard about the man who loved a tree and wanted to be pounded by his tree.
I saw that. Did you see this?
What's that?
This is actually true. The guy in America somewhere who they were filming it, he was having sex with a tree. He was naked, took his shoes off, no pants on, having sex with a tree.
And
the man on your...
Oh, the man on the show.
That's what I thought.
Oh, right.
Do you know what, Chuck? That's what
his own tree.
Yeah.
He didn't have sex with a tree.
Yeah, I don't know if he was in love with the tree. But at the moment, I'm sort of interested to hear what Nat has seen.
Yeah.
Did
you not see it? I definitely saw it. I haven't made this up. I saw a man sex tree. Let me have a look.
Nat, if you Google man fucks tree, you'll find something. But that doesn't mean it's big news.
Yeah, there we go. It's over the weekend on loads of places. He was having sex with a tree.
Can we get off the Sun's website, please, and not give them the traffic?
Yeah, okay. Well, give us. I'll find out someone else's. How do I go back?
Yeah, apparently a bearded man.
Yeah, or go Metro.
Was filmed having sex with a tree in public.
Yeah, full on.
That is the way of a true buck. He loves his tree and he kisses it. That is normal. That is normal. Right?
It's normal to fuck a tree.
All tree.
Well, if you love it, then it is a normal way of buckaroo.
I agree with that to a degree. However, would you not think, Chuck, that a tree cannot give consent?
Well, if it gives a playful wink or a nice wave, then that is a good way of a tree. It's just, come on over here and give me a big old kiss.
What's in it? What's in it for the tree?
There's no foreplay.
Nah, you're constantly thinking of the wrong things.
If the tree has if the tree has acorns, then they can be spread and grow another tree on the other side of town. This is science, and I'm a doctor, so I know.
Yeah, no, I can hear that.
Yeah.
And as a doctor,
the tree puts an acorn inside of the man, and he walks across town, and then leaves the acorn somewhere else.
Now, hang on, Chris. Wouldn't that involve the tree fucking the man?
Yeah.
Well, either way, I cannot tell a man how to love his tree or a tree.
But that's just an oak tree.
I was with you to the point where I had the lovely visual image in my head of a man fucking a tree so hard that its acorns fell off, and I was with you to that point. However, I don't think we can expect trees to deliver their seed into, I presume, the rectum of a gentleman.
If the man and the tree are truly in love, and it is possible.
But they can't be.
I've seen this.
No, they can't. You've not seen it. You've not seen it. Don't tell lies. You can't. They can't be. The tree can't express or show love for the man. It can happen the other way around, but the tree can't express. I'm a very tolerant man. I've got no issue with people doing whatever they want, but we can't argue. The tree was in love with the man. We can't argue that.
What if it gave a playful sway in the wind? It gave him a nice nod.
So what you're suggesting is the tree is in some way asking for it?
The tree is saying, come on over and let me give you my acorn.
So is the tree female?
Can carry it up.
Can we just sort this out? Nat's a bit confused. That's the producer, Natalie. Chuck, is the tree this tree we're talking about, is this a homosexual relationship or is this a heterosexual relationship, or does sex not come into it when you're a tree? There's a sentence no one should say at work.
You can be a buck or a ladybug, and that is whatever the tree identifies as.
But how do we know what the tree identifies as?
Well, if it gives a playful wink and whispers into your ear as the wind blows through its leaves, whenever you can tell, and have a nice conversation with a tree. This is normal magic. It's called hot to trot magic.
Yeah.
Hot to trot magic.
I'd probably argue, but not with any passion, but I'd probably argue that if you're hearing a tree talking, you might not be in a fit state of mind to
have sex with it,
or just even you yourself are not capable of deciphering what you should and shouldn't be doing.
No, is it just trees?
This is a possible truth of men.
Yeah.
That is a way
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I will admit that maybe if you are talking with the trees, it could be dark magic too, and that's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah. It is. Do you know what? In my life as well, Chuck, there have been many situations where I've thought it's hard to tell whether that tree actually wants me to fuck it.
Could I have sex with a tree? Is it
Yes,
just men?
could you go and do it now?
No. Well, it's only oak trees if it's acorns, are we saying? That only are sexy trees.
Or pine cones on a big old Douglas fir.
Douglas fir, yeah. Okay.
Pine cones.
I don't fancy that up there.
That is another way of, then you put a pine cone inside of you.
No.
And that is normal.
Well, it's it depends whose life we're talking about, doesn't it? I mean, it's not. I would say that it's relatively harmless in terms of the only harm that could come to anyone is the person indulging in it. So you're not harming anyone else. I think a pine cone potentially, would you not agree, Chuck, could offer the same issues like when cats have sex with each other, which is that it's fine going in, but coming out is going to be the issue.
Well, yeah, that could be an issue for that reason. You should use caution with all trees and all things that you love. If you love a tree, you make sure you talk to it and tell it that you want your relationship to be A-okay, and you should be kind to each other.
Yeah.
Have you ever had sex with a tree, Chuck?
I've whispered to trees and given them a playful wink, but I have not ever kissed a tree, no.
You flirted with it there?
Yeah.
Yes, there is a tree here in Billings. It sits outside of my house, and I have given it a playful wink, I will admit.
Oh, so you're
This is normal.
Oh, you're a twig tease.
Well, yes, I have given it a wink.
Yeah.
I will admit.
Don't have to be penetrated by. If it's going to be
I
like
like
that,
Chuck.
just don't
Very interesting
actually
man.
have sex with it. And you could do like other things. You know, people go fool around. We do everything apart from penetration. Maybe that's what you do with a tree. Could do that.
Well, yes, some buckaroos don't realize sometimes you can have a real relationship just by talking or discussing your feelings, and you can prove love just by being a good buck.
Again, that's where we're falling down on this conversation, Chuck, because you can't. A tree, in my opinion, doesn't have a cognitive capacity, so a tree wouldn't be able to express or feel love because a tree doesn't match up cognitively with a human being, does it?
Well, here's the real question then. If you can't kiss a tree, then how can you kiss a handsome car or a handsome train?
That's
Ever think of that?
Yeah, I've never. Do you know what? I've never thought of that argument, Chuck.
Good.
Because if you can't kiss a tree, then you shouldn't be able to kiss a car.
No way.
Yeah.
It's the first thing.
And then we all know you can kiss cars, and we all know you can kiss even maybe a handsome diner or a handsome
a diner.
potatoes and meatballs.
Yeah, you mean the actual building, yeah.
Or even a fence with a cute sign who says, "Come on over, Chuck," or "You're a handsome man." Let's hug a bit and maybe talk.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. In that we're using trees as an example, but this rule would apply throughout inanimate objects.
Yeah, that is why I wrote my book for you.
Pounded by the pound.
And pounded by the pound. It is about kissing. Same principle of maybe we can all be things and kiss all of our objects.
Because in this book, Alex, the main character, gets molested by a giant pound coin, and that's obviously against his will. The word being molested there, but there's a giant pound coin running around from the future.
Yeah.
And Alex gets molested by it. Isn't that right, Chuck?
The pound is a very handsome pound.
Very handsome pound coin, yeah.
He falls in love with the pound from the future, and then they do. I will admit they do kiss, but they are in love. They do learn that they learn that to save the future, they need to kiss because all of the Britain is falling apart when the boat comes down. The big time boat comes down from the big man in the chair.
Yeah.
And he bangs his gavel with his big and no more for a month. And we're going to turn the river into lava, and we're going to have 4-story buses. Not a good idea, because those are going to tip over.
But does this start with? Does this? I mean, what eventually is a utopian situation for the two people who do fall in love. But does it start with essentially a sexual assault by monetary implements?
Oh no! The first story starts with a big time rescue from this timeline, because the main character gets drunk on chocolate milk and throws a bottle into the river.
Right.
Says, in the future, if this Brexit doesn't work out, please come back and talk to me. So then the coin comes back and says, guess what, buddy, we're not doing too hot. Right. So then he comes back with it, and they learn love, they learn they understand each other's bodies.
Yeah. Does it, so this is like, because the Brexit vote was only like, I fucking hate using the word Brexit. The vote to leave Europe from the UK was only like last week or the week before. So have you written this like, did you write it like in an afternoon?
Well, first mainly Chuck had to go find out what Europe was. I did not understand, and so I Googled it, and that was first part of the research process. And then after that, I went and I wrote the book in probably 7 or 8 hours.
Okay, so I mean, it's only 37 pages, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an opus there.
Oh yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
Yes, but the hardest part was to learn Europe. It is a place.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
as a man from Billings, I had never heard of this place, and I had to Google it.
Okay, so you've learnt that. You've learnt thus far about Europe.
Yeah.
You've written a 37-page tome, in your words.
And,
yes.
Yeah.
And then when they set off, the Pound Coin and Alex, to convince people to remain in the EU, it's through the power of sizzling, human on monetary unit action, including anal, blowjobs, rough sex, and cream pies. I don't know what cream pie means.
I'll tell you straight
after.
Don't explain it to
a That's when Colin pieces it up for long enough, and then he makes his body inside his other man's body.
Oh, he ejaculates in someone else?
I'll tell you about
That's
it later.
That's all right. Yeah, okay.
Yes, inside of the other.
Okay, just a sex and cream pie.
Yeah.
Fine.
Normal way.
Are you, Chuck, are you essentially writing homoerotic near pornography under the guise of social commentary?
I like it. I mean, I like to talk about the world.
Yeah. Sorry, I sounded confrontational then. I actually didn't mean to. I mean, is that what it is, though?
No, the main thing is to prove love is real. So sometimes when I see stories on the news that are maybe like a bad man trying to prove love isn't real, I saw a man on TV in Britain who said, "Oh, we got to keep these guys out of here. They don't prove love." And I thought, that's not true.
Yeah.
And I'll write a story and prove love is real.
Okay, well, I mean, the other books you've written are Turned Gay by the Existential Dread that I may actually be a character in a Chuck Tingle book. Feeling the Burn in My Butt, BERN. Pounded in the Butt by My Irrational Bigoted Fear of Humans Who Were Born as Unicorns Using a Human Restroom.
Brilliant.
And also, of course, Pounded by the Pound, your latest, which is Turned Gay by the Socio-Economic Implications of Britain Leaving the European Union.
Well, actually, there's that. My newest book came out yesterday. Is called Slammed by the Substantial Amount of Press Generated by My Book, Pounded by the Pound. Turned Gay by the Socio-Economic Implications of Britain Leaving the European Union.
Got it, okay.
Wow.
New book is mostly about this conversation and getting pounded by it.
Do you think, given the way that it appears how you work, is it possible there'll be a book tomorrow about this interview?
It is possible, but unfortunately, as hard as it makes me to think of this as in a good way, I need to go to the lake with my son John and learn all about the 4th of July.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in America,
maybe a day after.
Yeah. I mean, independence isn't necessarily what's cracked up to be. I'm not requesting that you write a book about it. I was just wondering whether or not it seems that things, from the short time I spoke to you, it seems that things just crack hold of your imagination very, very fast, and you write it very quick.
This conversation would be a very nice pound, yes.
Yeah.
Nice pound, yeah.
Yeah.
Trees as well. We could have talked a lot about.
Well, no, don't tell him
not
what to write.
necessarily trees, but the whole thing.
He's an artist now.
He is, yeah. With a lot of
That sounded. I wasn't even being sarcastic. I was genuinely saying that.
No.
Well, look, Space Raptor butt invasion sounds good.
There's a lot of butts. Helicopter man pounds dinosaur billionaire ass.
Are you a gay man yourself, Chuck?
Well, when I like to think about what I want to write about and what makes me feel like a hard buck,
yeah,
and then I think about a pounding from maybe like a handsome buckaroo.
Yeah,
and then ladybucks are nice too.
Yeah, they
are. Some of the hardest bucks are ladybucks, but when I think about what I want as a man named Chuck, I think that a handsome bud is my preferred pound.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you explain yourself there. I just wondered. Well, look, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Genuinely has. And best of luck with the books. I'm looking on Amazon now and stuff, and it's like you got. I mean, at the very least, there's quite a collection.
Thank you. This was a very nice interview. This is my first live radio interview, and then it's proved love was real, and it was a nice way to talk to you.
Thank you,
are
man.
both true bucks.
That's all I require in life. And as well, regardless of what your thoughts are on the subject matter or your thoughts are on it, the amount of stuff you've done there and the amount of stuff that you're actually committing to actually writing and all the rest of it, I have nothing but the deepest respect for you, sir.
Well, thank you very much.
Not that by the way, I should say, not that my, validation should be important to anyone.
That is okay. You are a hard man. Thank you.
How did you know that?
You did know that, Chuck.
Have you left the webcams on again?
Oh.
Chuck, thanks ever so much for joining us, man. Best of luck with it.
Thank you.
Chuck Tingle, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm a hard lady buck now.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.